fluster Josh Allen the way you guys were today?
We had a few pressures on third down, second and long that we were able to draw up. To effectively get him out of the pocket. On some of the plays he made big plays off of. He's a very mobile quarterback. As far as looking downfield and finding his players. But a lot of those times we were able to get off the field on third down on critical situations. So our back end definitely did a great job when it was told to go man to man and cover their players.
CJ, when we spoke to Jeff Ulbrich earlier in the week, he made it pretty clear that what happened in the last game, them throwing on you guys pretty late in that 45-17 game, kind of rubbed you guys the wrong way. I'm curious, what your mindset was going into today, and how much added motivation maybe you guys had on top of what you already have.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that that shot that they took in the last game. Now, obviously, in the moment, you felt the disrespect, but as far as the extra motivation and wanted to get back just because of that, I wouldn't say that's true. This is a divisional game, this is a rivalry game, and we knew what kind of environment we was coming in with this game. So as a defense and as a team, we wanted to really show what we have for our last game and really try to put something together. I know obviously the plans don't always go as you want them to, and execution and all that has to be better. And it's a whole bunch of things that go into the game, but just as far as our mentality going forward into this game, we knew what kind of environment it was going into, and we wanted to perform at a high level.
CJ, what flipped after those first two drives? They get the 10-0 lead, and then it seemed like you guys were a different defense.
Yeah, we just they had that first run got out on us, but honestly after that, I feel like we did a pretty good job of owning the moment. Like I said, getting off the field on third down, getting the pressures. We did a pretty good job in the run game. Before they really tried to pick it up once they got the lead. But for the most part, it was all about our execution and guys just doing their job.
CJ, as one of the building blocks here with this group, can you tell us what you see moving forward with this team? What positives do you see here coming out of this, even though you're 4-13, and what needs to be done to close the gap here, with these other teams?
I would say our ceiling is really high. It's a lot of moments, a lot of situational football, a lot of things that has happened in this season that a lot of players haven't been around at all. You think about the 2-minute drives, you think about trying to close out games, you think about all these little things that go into winning football games. But, a lot of our players, a lot of our teammates haven't been in this situation. So now that we've experienced that together as a team, coaches together that's just got together this year, we can build off that. And we got a long off season to try to put all the right pieces together, put players in the best positions possible, and try to take over our conference.
CJ, I was wondering if you could just take us into the locker room, like what it was like right after the game, what the mood was like, what guys were saying. How would you characterize the feeling in there right after the game?
I would say thankful. That's the best way I can put it. Through the ups and downs of this season, the losing record, the injuries, COVID and all, just all the things that just happened this season. At the end of the day, you want to just be the best and do the best for your brother. And that's what the message was in the locker room after the game. Everybody's just appreciative of no one flinching, no one quitting. No one making excuses and pointing fingers. Everybody just going to work every single day. Even in this game, the way that it started going towards the end, nobody started complaining. We was all just happy and fortunate and blessed to be in this situation, to be on the field with each other.
CJ, it seemed like things were pretty intense and a little chippy out there. Just can you speak a little bit to why that was? And then you kind of spoke about it earlier, but for the young guys, like what can they take from playing in that atmosphere, that environment with that kind of attitude?
Yeah, well, when you're going your AFC opponent / rival, they're at home, they think they're trying to get the momentum and run the ball and, do all the things, it's going to get chippy. You got a bunch of gladiators out there, trying to win a football game. So, that's going to happen. And can you repeat the second part of the question?
Yeah, just for the young guys to play in that kind of intense environment and with, it seemed like there was a little bit of an attitude today from the defense. What can they take from that?
For sure. It was honestly, it was a playoff atmosphere. The weather was playoff weather. The fans was, they was ready for the playoffs. The Bills, they was ready. So it was really, that was the closest thing that anybody has gotten to being in the playoff game. So, guys can look at that different ways. But for me, it was fun to be a part of. Playing in a primetime game, you playing at their place. Everybody's on their side and everybody's against you, and all you have is your brothers on your sideline and your coaches. So with that environment, that's something that we're gonna have to be ready for and be able to win in order to get where we want to get.
Take a couple more for CJ. A couple more.
CJ, you guys have lost 12 straight division games the last 2 years. Some people would look at that and say, that's really bad. It looks hopeless. How do you look at that?
That's one way to put it. In order to get where we want to get, we have to win in our division. We can't go to the playoffs. We can't get anywhere unless we win in our division. So that's where it starts at. And we didn't have the answers for it this year, but that's what the offseason for. And so guys just have to really just get their bodies right, get their mind right, take their time that they need to get away from football. And, when whoever comes back, they're fortunate enough to be back with us, we got to go back to work because like I said, we've laid the foundation and we've seen the things that need to be done in order for us to be great. So that's just something that we have to address once the time comes.